if you want a villain that is relatable and memorable, just make them morally grey. There's a reason why people say Naruto has no villains. It's not because the villains in Naruto are poorly written, but they are crafted with such moral ambiguity that you start to feel a mix of empathy, frustration, and admiration for them. These villains blur the line between right and wrong, making it difficult to root for them entirely and condemn them entirely. They also tend to reveal insecurities and a layer of idealism that the audience or even the hero/protagonist of the story can relate to. Now let's look at the characteristics of villains in this archetype. Ambiguous ethics. This means villains should be able to justify actions that may not align with traditional ideals of right and wrong, because let's face it, not everything is black and white. Most of the time they strongly believe that their actions benefit themselves, others, or some defined parameter that needs to be acted on. Compelling motivations. Last but not least, egotism. As the name suggests, morally grey villains should have a sense of ego, because their sense of purpose and action stem from an intense belief in their own vision, intelligence, or understanding of their world. The egotism often develops because they see the flaws in the system around them, or they feel that others lack what it takes to do what they believe is necessary. That was a lot to take in, but I'm sure when I'm using the villains to explain, you'll be able to understand better. Starting with Dr. Doom. At his core, Victor's actions are driven by a genuine belief that he is the best person to lead the world, which already fulfills the ego criteria for Doom. If you know Doom, he's probably the most egotistic on this list. In fact, that's his most defining trait. If you want to talk about Doom, you can make a whole video talking about just his ego. You can make a compilation of showing egotistical moments for Doom. And once again, this characteristic, ego, shines best with morally grey characters. Anyways, Doom's goal isn't to destroy for the sake of evil, but rather reshape the world into what he sees as an improved, orderly society. The mutant activist, Magneto. Well, his worldview is shaped by the first-hand experience of genocide and oppression from humans. X-Men fans know he's a Holocaust survivor. Anyway, this trauma fuels his determination to prevent mutant discrimination and harm. I don't think it gets any more relatable than this, honestly. You have to be beyond blind to not see how this parallels societal issues such as racism. Now, while Magneto's anti-racist movement is very relatable, his methods frequently cross moral boundaries. He believes that mutants are superior to humans, and sometimes he sees, in fact most times he sees violence as a necessary response to human hostility. Honestly, this alone fulfills our three criteria at once. But leave a comment if you want us to do a full breakdown on his character, because there's so much to talk about when it comes to Magneto.